Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we're
Hare
continuing
Krishna.
with the series of Devatas, and today we'll be talking about Lord Kartikeya, that beautiful picture of Lord Kartikeya,
Mm.
his two consorts.
Amazing peacock.
Yeah. So Lord Kartikeya is sometimes added to the list of five important deities: Vishnu, Shiv, Shakti, Ganesh, and Surya, worshipped by the Smarta community, making him a sixth focus of worship. Kartikeya is the commander in chief of the demigods and is often referred to as the god of war. Kartikeya is the second son of Shiva and Uma, Parvati, the birth of Lord Kartikeya. Shiva's first consort was Sati, the daughter of Daksha. Once, when she visited heaven, Daksha insulted Shiva before many Devatas. Subsequently, Daksha organized a yajna at his home but neglected to invite Shiva and Sati. Sati went anyway and was insulted. She could not bear that. Sitting down, she meditated on the element of fire and igniting her own body, giving it up. Shiva was furious and he and his followers devastated Daksha's city, killing many of his priests and ministers. Shiva was saddened by the death of Sati and retired to the Himalayas for a life of austerity and penance. Shortly afterwards, a terrible demon called Surapadma, as well as Simhamukha and Dairikasur, began to ravage the universe and innocent beings. The Devatas realized that only a son born from Shiva could defeat the demon, but they brought forth Parvati, the daughter of the Himalayas, the incarnation of Sati. But Shiva remained absorbed in deep meditation and could not be agitated by Parvati's beauty. The demigods then sent Kamadev, Cupid, the god of love, to shoot at Shiva one of his labeled arrows. Shiva was furious, opening his third eye, burned Kama to ashes. On hearing the pleas of Rati, Kama's wife, he brought the Devata of love back to life. By this time, Shiva's prolonged meditation was well and truly disturbed. Parvati undertook severe penance to win the lord of her heart, and Brahma eventually married the divine couple. But even after many years, Parvati did not conceive. The fiery semen of Shiva was so potent that Parvati was scared to receive it. This vital energy was deposited with Agni, the fire god, and later transported by the river Ganga into the Saravama forest. Then the six wives of Shiva, Sambhuti, Priti, Sannati, Ansuya, and Kshama, but not Arundhati, due to her extraordinary virtuous powers, of the seven great sages, accepted Shiva's demand and brought up six children, which were later joined together to become their common son with six heads, Sanumukha. The husbands of the six mothers cursed their wives for their infidelity, and they become stars in the sky, the Kritikas, in the west called the Pleiades. Because the Kritikas brought up Sanmukha, he is called Kartikeya. He became the commander in chief of the demigods and led them to victory against Surapadma and the other demons. Valmiki's Ramayana dedicates chapters 36 and 37 to Skanda, that describes him as the child of the deities Rudra, Shiva, and Parvati, whose birth is aided by Agni and Ganga.
It's quite a complex
Yeah.
appearance. Very interesting, very confusing at the same time, but interesting. Interesting. Mm.
So Lord Kartikeya is considered the ultimate warrior. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Guru Dhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brihaspatim Senaninam aha skanda sarasam asmi sagara. A priest, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief, Brihaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya, and of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Lord Kartikeya is considered the embodiment of jnana, knowledge. He is depicted as follows, with 6 heads, sometimes one, usually either 2 or 12 arms, always depicted as youth Kumar, full of optimism and vigor. His weapon is the veil, spear, sometimes with sword, javelin, mace, and discus. He wears a pendant of the shape of the 6-pointed star, like the Star of David. So let's picture the star. His carrier is the peacock and his military emblem the cock. Skanda is often regarded as having 2 consorts who can confer upon his devotees the boons of earthly happiness and heavenly bliss. They are usually considered to be called Vali and Devyane. However, in Bengali and Orissa, devotees consider him a lifelong brahmachari, celibate bachelor.
Yeah, there's usually like Ganesh is the same. Some parts of Bharat consider him brahmachari, others grahastha. So similar sort of thing. Yeah.
Another beautiful picture of Lord Kartikeya,
Mm.
beautiful peacock. So Lord Kartikeya is also known as Skanda, Yataka, Murugan, beauty and youth, Supramanya, Shanmukha, one who has 6 faces, Kumar, Ayyan, Chayon, the red one, Senthil, Velan, Swami Natha, ruler of the gods, from Nath, king, Sharavana Bhava, born amongst the reeds, Dandapani, wielder of the mace, from Pani, hen, Guha, cave, secret, O Guru Guha, cave teacher, Kadir Velan, Kathiresan, Kandhan, Vishakha, Mahasena. Worship of Skanda is most popular in South Bharat, especially in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, where he is usually called Murugan. Many of the major events in Murugan's life take place during his youth. Legends surrounding his birth are popular in Tamil Nadu and other places in South Bharat. This has encouraged worship of Murugan as a child god, very similar to the worship of the child Krishna in North Bharat. Kartikeya Murugan is found as a primary deity in temples, wherever the communities of Tamil people live worldwide, particularly in Tamil Nadu state of India, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, Indonesia, etc. So in Mauritius also we have many temples. The South Indian people, they worship Kartikeya.
Mm.
Yeah, and they do the Kavadi festival. They carry the Kavadi and they do their yatra, and then they go and offer milk to the Lord Kartikeya.
Mm-hmm.
Nice procession they do with the beautiful Kavadis. Kavadis is just like the cowl. It's built with, it's made up of wood and yellow flowers. Nowadays they have so many decorations on it. Very
Right.
nice.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that.
The Arupadai Vidu, or the 6 temples of Tamil Nadu, they are dedicated to him, all having different reasons to worship him. Tiruparam Kundram, Tiruvavinam Kundi Pallani, Tiruchendur, Tiruverakam Swami Malai, Kundruthoradal, and Palamutirchulai. Of these, the most famous is Tiruchendur, but 500,000 pilgrims flock there on the main festival day.
So is that the day that would do? Oh, sorry, that's the temple. Yeah, yeah. Understood. Understood. Okay.
I'm not sure on which day they celebrate the
Mm,
Kavadi,
mm, mm.
but in fact, there is a Kavadi, if I'm not mistaken, every month.
Okay.
So in Mauritius, um, not all the temples celebrate every month all the Kavadis. So at times, in some temples in different parts of Mauritius, they celebrate the Kavadi. So everyone can gather and worship Lord Kartikeya there.
Right, right.
Mm. He is also found in other parts of India, sometimes as Kan, but in a secondary role along with Ganesh, Parvati, and Shiv. The main festival is called Skanda Sashti, literally the 6-day festival, and occurs shortly after Diwali. In West Bengal, Kartikeya is associated with the birth of children. He is worshipped on the last day of the month of Kartik, October and November. It has become a trend in Bengal that the clay model of the deity is kept at night before the day of worship, usually by friends for the newly married couple before the door of the house. The deity is worshipped the next day in the evening and is offered toys. The deity is also worshipped during the Durga Puja festival in Bengal. Goddess Durga is accompanied by her 4 children, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesh, and Kartikeya. Oh, I didn't know that. How is it that Goddess Durga
Because Durga and
has children?
4 children, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesh.
Lakshmi, Saraswati.
Interesting. Not sure about Lakshmi and Saraswati, but yeah. Interesting.
Normally, what I know is that when we do the Durga Puja here, they have the all 3 deities, Durga,
Yeah,
Lakshmi, and Saraswati.
together. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not sure about that comment.
No.
Can I say something, please? Is it Durga Parvati Ma?
Yeah, same. One and the same.
And he's saying that accompanied by her 4 children, that's Lakshmi, Saraswati, Ganesha.
Yeah. Because Lakshmi is actually the consort of Narayan, and Saraswati is the consort of Brahma. So I'm not quite sure his comment. Anyway, it's fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lord Kartikeya is the youngest of them, visualized as a young man riding a peacock and wielding a bow and arrows. He is stated to be Kumar, that is, a bachelor, as he is unmarried. While Ganesh is paired with the rich Lakshmi, Kartikeya is paired with the learned Saraswati.
Interesting.
First time with Ganesh. One day, both Ganesh and his younger brother Kartikeya Skanda were seated with their mother Parvati, who was explaining to them about the mystery of the universe, how she was created by God, and how, under God's command, she acts as universal mother Shakti. She explained to them at great length that the 3 worlds represented her own body. When she had finished, the 2 brothers fell into an argument and challenged each other to a race around the entire universe. Kartikeya, who is a proud rider of Peacock, was fully convinced that he would beat his brother Ganesh, a rider of the mouse. He said to his brother, "When you return, you will find me seated here, near to our mother, after I have completed the ride through the 3 worlds." Kartikeya flew off at a breakneck speed on his peacock. Ganesh just smiled. Without staring, he just remained seated where he was, enjoying his mother's company. Parvati felt amused and asked him, "Why are you waiting? Aren't you going to start?" "Yes, mother." Ganesh got up, prostrated himself before his mother Parvati, and then circumambulated his mother, did Padakshina 3 times, and quietly sat down near her. Kartikeya soon returned, panting but jubilant. convinced that he had beaten his brother by a very good margin. But his triumphant smile faded on his lips as he saw Ganesh sitting there so quietly. When Kartikeya asked his brother why he hadn't started, Ganesh calmly stated that he had finished the race long ago. Kartikeya was incredulous and he said, "Impossible, I didn't see you overtaking me. My peacock has raced so fast, and certainly your mouse could reach that speed." "You're right, Kumar," Ganesh assented. "But don't you remember what our mother had just told us? That her body represents the three worlds. So while you were riding through them, I went round our mother 3 times." Kartikeya hung his 6 heads and accepted defeat. Kartikeya is considered the most beautiful personality next to Cupid. If a person is very beautiful, he is compared to Kartikeya. Kartikeya is mentioned in Chaitanya Lila. In the accounts of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in front of the crowd during the Rath Yatra festival, Achyutananda's name is to be found many times. He stated that in the party of Advaita Acharya from Shantipur, Achyutananda was dancing and others were singing. At that time, the boy was only 6 years old. The Gaur Ganod Desha Dipika, compiled by Sri Kavi Karnapur, has described Achyutananda as the disciple of Gadadhar Pandit and a great and dear devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. According to the opinion of some, he was an incarnation of Kartikeya, the son of Lord Shiva. According to others, he was formerly the gopi named Achyuta. The Gaur Ganu Desha Deepika has supported both these opinions. Krishna Lila. During Krishna's pastime of fighting with the untouchable king who attacked the city of Mathura, Krishna didn't think it wise to kill him directly with his own hand. Still, the king had to be killed, and therefore Krishna decided with fine discretion that he should flee from the battlefield so that the untouchable king would chase him. He could then lead the king to the mountain where Muchukunda was lying asleep. Muchukunda had received a benediction from Kartikeya to the effect that when he awoke from his sleep, whomever he might see would at once be burned to ashes. Therefore, Krishna thought it wise to lead the untouchable king to that cave, so that the king's presence would awaken Muchukunda and he would at once be burned to ashes. King Muchukunda had not slept for many years. He was engaged in the duty of fighting, and therefore he was very tired. So when the demigod offered a benediction, Muchukunda simply thought of sleep. He replied as follows: "My dear Kartikeya, best of the demigods, I want to sleep now. I want from you the following benediction. Grant me the power to burn to ashes by my mere glance anyone who disturbs my sleeping and awakens me untimely. Please give me this benediction." The demigod agreed and also gave him the benediction that he would be able to take complete rest. Then King Muchukunda entered the cave of the mountain on the strength of the benediction of Kartikeya. Kalyavant was burned into ashes simply by Muchukunda's glancing. Banasur heard that the soldiers of Yadu dynasty was attacking the whole city, tearing down various walls, gates, and nearby gardens. Becoming very angry, he immediately ordered his soldiers, who were of equal caliber, to go and face them. Lord Shiva was so kind to Banasur that he personally came as the commander-in-chief of the military force, assisted by his heroic sons Kartikeya and Ganapati. During Krishna's battle with Lord Shiva, Krishna's son Pradyumna was fighting fiercely with Kartikeya, the commander-in-chief of the demigods. Kartikeya was wounded, and his body was bleeding profusely. In this condition, he left the battlefield and, without fighting any more, rode away on the back of his peacock carrier. Skanda Puran is one of the 18 Mahapurana, consisting of 81,000 verses. While the scripture is named after Skanda, it does not feature either more or less prominently in this Puran than in other Shiva-related Puranas. The subjects covered are cosmogony, pastimes, genealogy, dharma, festivals, gemology, temples, geography, discussion of virtues and evil, a theology of the nature and qualities of Shiva as the absolute and source of true knowledge. Kartikeya symbolizes a union of polarities. He is handsome warrior and described as a celibate youth. He uses his creative martial abilities to lead an army against Taraka and other demons, and described as a philosopher warrior. He is a uniter, championing the attributes of both Shaivism and Vaishnavism.
I think
So this
this is the
Kartikeya.
pastime where he's blessing. I can't remember who now. I've forgotten what this pastime is. I think I used to remember. Do you remember this at all, Karan?
No,
No, never mind. Okay, that's the end. Thank you.
Kartikeya ki jai.
Jai. Tomorrow, Savitri. Surinder, anything you'd like to share?
Hey Krishna, Dandavat, Vaishnavas, Nitai Gaur Haribol. Very interesting.
Mm.
The Leelas of Kartikeya. So, Lord Shiva's family, himself and his family members, they're all Krishna conscious, Vaishnava family. So,
Yes.
in our general approach to Vaishnavas is with the prayer. O he Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Edase Karuna Kori Diya Pada Chaya Soro he Amaya Tomara Charana Dhuri. Like that, this bhajan is appropriate to address any demigod, Lord Shiva, Ganesh, Kartikeya, even Mother Durga. Like we, in this way, in Navadvip Dham, we have in Koladvip, we have Govinda Kund, Jal Mandir. We have Giri Govardhan in the middle of Govinda Kund, and in the morning, and next to the Govinda Kund, we have the temple of Lord Shiva. He is the guardian of the Dham. So in the morning, I've been to Navadvip, and then in the morning, early morning, we do the worship of Lord Shiva. We do parikrama and we sing this bhajan. O Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Idasi Karuna Kori. After that, then we do parikrama of Govinda Kund, Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Shila, big one. Like that. So in general, like that. And Kartikeya, as it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna mentions like among general, I am Kartikeya. It means Kartikeya is representative of Lord Krishna. And therefore, with this bhajan, Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Idase Karuna Kori, we can beg him for Krishna Bhakti. We can beg him some benediction to practice Sudha Bhakti in this way, like that. Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavat Nitai Gaur Haribol.
Thank you for sharing that. And this business about the daughters of Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati, that's a Bengali tradition. So this is what in Bengal is often thought. It's not necessarily what these scriptures say, but that's a tradition that the Bengalis follow. Okay, so yes,
Ganesh?
yes.
Yeah, mine is just general question.
Hmm.
The one paragraph I really didn't understand, and that was about 2-3 paragraphs together. It said about the king, the Krishna, and then
Chukunda.
he said untouchable king. So that was the paragraph I didn't get into my head.
Untouchable because he was very powerful, extremely powerful, Muchukunda. So
Nobody liked him.
no, he was good. But he was good Kshatriya, but he was against Krishna. So that's why he was, he was regarded untouchable because he was so strong, very powerful.
Okay, so is there any story behind him or not really?
Muchukunda,
I think the untouchable king here refers to the king Kalyavan, the demon, who was killed by Muchukunda's glance. Muchukunda is devotee of Krishna.
oh, you're right. Thank you. Yes. Good point. Go and carry on, Surendra.
Yeah, it was explained like how Kalyavan goes, and Muchukunda was already sleeping in the cave. And then Muchukunda had got a benediction from Kartikeya that yes, whoever will disturb his sleep, then like a mystic power he will have, like with his glance, whoever he will see who has disturbed his sleep will be burned to ashes. In this way, because we don't want any yogic mystic power, generally Vaishnava in the Shuddha Bhakti path, we do not aspire for Bhukti Mukti Pishachini, and yoga mystic power also is rejected. So in the path of Shuddha Bhakti, the path of Mayavad, Mukti, and the path of exploitation, bhukti, enjoyment, material enjoyment, is rejected together with mystic powers. Aspiration is rejected as well. So as Vaishnavas, we reject the aspiration to get mystic powers. But in this case, some mercy given by Kartikeya to Muchukunda, that whoever will disturb his sleep will be burned to ashes by the glance of Muchukunda. And that was Krishna's lila, Krishna's plan in this way to wake up Muchukunda from his sleep. So then this mystic power of burning into ashes has been used in the service of Krishna. So as Vaishnavas, like anything, like whatever is available is to be used in the service of Krishna. And Muchukunda's ability with this mystic power is also has been used in the service of Lord Krishna. So it's a proper, but in general, devotees do not aspire for any mystic power, only to do pure devotional service. Hare Krishna, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Thank you for clarifying that. So probably it was Kalyavan, who is the king, who wanted to attack Krishna. And Krishna used Muchukunda, as Prabhu very nicely explained, to destroy this.
Yeah, I understood quite well now.
Very
Thank you, Prabhuji.
good explanation.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, I was reading, Karuna Mataji was reading, but I said I don't want to disturb now.
Not good.
But now is
explained. You can ask at any time, no problem. Thank you so much. So let's stop there. Kartikeya ki jai.